Anthony Bourdain, the celebrity chef and host of the hit CNN series Parts Unknown, has died. CNN confirmed the news this morning. Bourdain was in France at the time of his death. Thomas Daigle joins us now from London, across the channel with the details. So, Thomas, what do we know about the circumstances surrounding his death?
Well, John, much of the information at this hour is coming from Bourdain's employer, CNN, the network that broadcast his most recent series, Parts Unknown. They're reporting that he was found unresponsive in a hotel room this morning by his friend, French chef Eric Ripard. CNN reports that this was a death by suicide. Bourdain was apparently in Strasbourg, France, filming an upcoming episode of his series. And in many ways, the fact that he was in Strasbourg reflects the nature of his series, Parts Unknown. He would often feature cities or even countries that tourists would skip. Strasbourg isn't known as a tourist hub like when you think of Paris or Marseille, perhaps. As a viewer, you'd get to know the local culture through Bourdain's conversations and his meals with locals. John, Anthony Bourdain was 61 years old.
For those who are his fans, millions around the world, of whom I count myself one of them, Thomas, how is he going to be remembered?
Well, many of the news stories that have been popping up this morning about his untimely death are referring to him as a celebrity chef, and indeed that's how he first became known, writing about his experience in restaurant kitchens. He also spoke openly about his struggles with addiction, but the one word he used on Twitter to describe himself was enthusiast. And for fans who enjoyed his work, I think enthusiast is quite an apt way to describe him. When he got into something, whether it was related to travel or food, he really got into it. He loved this city, loved London, he loved Montreal, which he visited in a couple of his programs. He recently discovered that he loved Newfoundland as well. Lately, he'd become an outspoken advocate in the Me Too movement. His partner, Asia Argento, had become something of a central figure in that movement, and when he felt strongly about something, he shared with that big audience of fans he had worldwide. And I think that today and in the coming days, many of his fans are going to be revisiting some of those programs and books from years past, John.
Now, Thomas, you mentioned the Canadian connection. Anyone who has not seen the episode where he sears pate on a stovetop in a Quebec ice house is worth having a look at. Thank you once again, Thomas Daigle in London.